Welcome to Tuesday Talks. I'm Nicholas Hebert. I'm from SUNY Plattsburgh, and I'm an early childhood education major with a special ed, general ed, and Spanish degree. If you love this channel, please subscribe. So I'm going to share just a little testimony of how God is so faithful in His provision in my life in the past 6 months. So I just got back from teaching in Ecuador, and 2 years ago I actually went on a mission trip for about 3 months to plant a church, and I loved it. It was amazing. And I told God when I came back, I really want to go back, whether it's to do more missions or to teach or whatever. I know He's called me to be a missionary, so I was like, God, whatever you want, I'm down, like, let's go. And it was hard because He wasn't letting me go. There'd be so many opportunities, and I just felt Him saying, no, Nicholas, it's not time. It's not time. And I'm like, okay. So this past summer, I was doing my internship for my major, and I was in Boston, and some people I met in Ecuador 2 years ago, they contacted me like, hey, we'd like to see you. We'd like to see if you can come down and work for us at a school. They became directors, and I was like, oh my gosh, God, this is perfect. And I'm like, wait, I don't have my degree yet. And so I'm talking with them. They're like, no, it's fine. Come down and just get some experience. We know you have a Spanish concentration. And I'm like, okay, God, if you want me to go, I want you to show me how you're going to provide for this. And so the minute that they called me, I get an email from my school saying, hey, we have something called an applied learning grant for students who want money for their internships. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So I applied for it, and before I sent it out, I'm like, Lord, if you want me to go, I'm going to get this grant. So I applied. A week later, I got an interview, and then another week later, I get an email saying, we are giving you a grant. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's most of my money paid for. And I'm like, God, this is awesome. This is crazy. And I'm like, wait, let me look up plane tickets. And I almost cried a little bit because they were so much money. I'm like, God, I'm working, I'm doing the best I can, but I really need you to show me what this is gonna look like. And so this is around August, and my birthday's in September. And so after my birthday, I didn't get to see my grandparents. And my grandparents really wanted me to come over for dinner to see my nieces and nephews and cousins. And so I went over one night, and they're like, hey, we really want you to come over. We want to talk to you about something. And I'm like, okay. So I went over, and my parents was telling them like, oh, Nicholas is going back to Ecuador to teach. And they're like, oh my goodness, we want to do something. So when I got there, they were like, Nicholas, we know that you want to go, and we know that God has been wanting you to go as well. So we are going to pay for your plane ticket there and back. And I just sat there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, God. He provided my housing. He provided my plane ticket. And when I was there, I was under the impression that I was going to have to buy food every week for groceries. And I was like, okay, I budgeted for it. I get there, the people that I was really good friends with said, no, you're coming over for dinner every night. We want to invest in you. We want to give you the opportunities that you can have through the school and just to spend time with you. And it was amazing. And I came back, and it just truly changed my life. But I think the main point that I get from this is I really wanted to do this, and I wanted to wait on God. And when God places something in your life and He's like, this is what I've called you to do, this is what I want for you, He will provide the way. You don't even have to ask questions. You don't even have to ask for it. He's already providing for it. And I think over the past years, it's been a lot like that. So I encourage you guys who are listening, if you have a desire in your heart, ask God about it. Talk to Him about it. Tell Him, like, Lord, this is what I want to do. Is this following your will? And if it does, show me where, how, when. And the main point is when. God's timing is so critical. So I encourage you. I hope this encourages you. If you have questions, love to talk to you about it. Always looking for help down there. Ecuador is amazing. Look forward to seeing you all at BasicCon, hopefully, and hope you look forward to the next Tuesday Talks with Basic. Talk to you later.